All right, we're getting there. Hey, you made it to the soup cook-off. I'm so glad you're here. I am working on my clam chowder. That's the soup that I chose. I love clam chowder, and this is a fabulous recipe. And you see I have my potatoes and carrots in here. I diced up potatoes, and my carrots are boiling to soften them. I have already sauteed my celery and onion, so it's sitting and waiting. And see how the bacon's doing. Oh yeah, that's going to be crisp. Good, perfect. You have to cook all this stuff first, then to actually come back and cook the soup. And so I'm kind of just waiting on Matt to show up. I have some bacon pieces here already that I've worked on, and my clams, and I use a little bit of cream of celery soup also. So at this moment, peel, dice, and cook carrots and potatoes.
I had to go grab a special pan.
I've been working in here for a long time. Now, what kind of soup are you cooking up for us?
My famous bean soup. Actually, I have to say it's actually your husband's famous bean soup.
Oh.
He made it years ago when we were watching a Super Bowl, and I've loved it ever since.
But I think you've altered the recipe a little, because I see things.
Yeah, not a lot, but I've added a few things here and there so I can put my own special name on it.
Good.
But should we try starting it?
Show me. I want to see how you do it.
These are just navy beans. Now, you can buy these in a canned variety or even a jar variety, and nothing special. Just pour them into your thing. But as I'm doing that, could you give me a little water in each one?
Fill it or half or
Fill
what?
it.
Okay.
We're going to fill it up, and we're going to put 4 cans of beans in this mix, and then 4, you can just go ahead and pour
4
in.
cans of water?
4 cans of water would be perfect.
Okay.
And that'll give us the stock that we need for the soup. And this is one of those soups that you put on kind of, 10 in the morning before a big game or something like that, and by the time the game is started, you've got yourself pretty well set. Now, probably just a little bit more and that'll be perfect. Now, the next ingredients, I've purchased some ham. It's already cooked ham in a package, so you don't have to cook it, and over the course of the day, it's going to be nice and cooked, and you don't have to do anything special. So I just kind of plop that into the stock.
Don't even chop it up or anything, because it's already
pre-chopped and everything like that. Now, here's the steps that add a little bit more of a punch to it. I love celery. I eat celery all the time. It's a great snacking food. So I've already diced up my celery. I just cut a couple stalks up. I think I did about 2 full stalks of celery.
Okay.
And then here is an option. Now, a lot of people don't like to add this, but I do. I like the crunch of a carrot, so I think it adds some nice color to the soup.
Sure.
So I'm just going to add my carrots in there as well. And I'm going to steal a little bit of your onions that you cut
Some
up.
left
Now,
over.
normally I don't put onions in, but it might be a good flavor. So I'm just going to grab a handful of those.
It's not making us cry anymore. Did you notice that?
Yeah, that's a good thing. I cry all the time anyway, so what's the point? And then just to kind of season it a little bit, and this is something you can do too while you're cooking, just a couple dashes of salt, nothing any special there, and some pepper, and if you want to, throw in those bay leaves.
All 4?
Yep, all 4. Now, of course, the bay leaves are going to add to the flavor of the stock, but what I do right when the soup's ready to serve, I make sure that I go through and I pull those out and just take them out of the stock. So all I have to do now is stir this up a little bit and take it over to the stove. I put it at a low temperature with the lid on and just kind of let it work its magic. And by the end of the day, if you have some bread or some crackers, it's perfect.
Well, you know what? Good thing yours goes fast, because we're going to starve before mine's ready.
Okay. Have you told everybody what's in your soup?
Yes, I went through that.
Okay.
But let's get yours going, and then we'll come back when mine's ready to
Sounds
add.
great.
All right. The potatoes and carrots have softened up, so it's time to start putting the whole soup together. Oh, you know what? The first thing that we need is the celery and onion. Bring that over, and we'll dump that in with the potatoes and carrots.
Okay.
Yep.
Those look great, and they smell delicious.
You know, this is the same way I start my Thanksgiving and Christmas stuffing.
I think onion and celery are the base for everything.
I know. It gives me such, I feel like we're having a holiday.
We are.
The next thing we want to do is, before I put that in, I pulled out some of the potato
Why?
Well, you want to take about a single potato and mash it up. I'll give you that little job with a
Okay,
fork.
just use a fork.
And you know what? That helps make this thicker. You get that
Oh,
little
okay.
bit thicker feel once you get everything else in there. So while you're mashing that, I'll start adding the other ingredients. So, okay, take the potatoes out, mash them up, add the celery and onion. I have 1 pint of half and half, so you know that this is low cal. Okay, that goes in.
Actually, my bean soup is very low cal. It's very heart healthy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Navy
That,
beans are great for your heart.
add pepper. That will balance off
Yep.
this soup. And make them both at the same time and go back and forth. I have a or a can of cream of celery soup that I'm adding.
Nice.
Okay, so you get, again,
Just
a little
one
bit more
can?
thickness. Just 1 can.
This is already taking shape already. Look at nice.
And you
nice.
could, if you want to put your mashed
Go ahead and put it
potatoes
in.
in there, yep, we're just adding everything now.
Yep, that's
This is-
the beauty of soup, isn't it?
See, it took me an hour to get to the point where you started.
I'm actually almost done.
Really, how is your soup coming?
Good, good. I might have to go over and stir it a little bit.
Okay.
You know, that's one of those soups too that, and I'm sure this soup too, a crock pot would be great if you had a crock pot to put all this in too.
Well, yours may be. Mine, this takes a little attention. You have to keep kind of coming back to
Okay,
it.
well, mine would be perfect for a crock pot. You could put it in there and just set it at a low heat. Now, do you drain those at all?
No, the
No?
broth goes in too because that helps give you the clammy flavor.
Claim you can.
2
Those look
cans
good. Okay.
of chopped up clams.
Don't waste
and
any of that.
I know, I need,
Here.
I'll use my knife. That's probably not the best idea. but-
That noise.
Sorry.
As soon as you opened up, all the cats in the neighborhood came around too.
Get over the window. Okay.
That's beautiful.
Clams. And then last but not least, about a half a pound of bacon cooked up and crumbled.
Bacon.
It's very hard to get the entire half pound into the soup.
Why is that? You're chewing on it?
It smells so good while it's cooking. All right, my heavens. Now, there are all the ingredients in there.
Beautiful.
It does look good.
Yes, it does. Do you put any salt or pepper or anything?
I put pepper in. Where were you?
Oh, okay. Well, I was probably mashing potatoes.
So, now, I take this back to the stove.
For how many days?
Simmer for several hours on low, stirring occasionally. So,
Well, my soup will be done. We can have that for lunch, and we can have her soup for dinner. So why don't we put that on?
we'll put
the
this on and
stove?
come back when we can finally eat something.
All right. See you in about 5 days. It'll be well worth the